Hi, and welcome to Roadwarden. We are beginning a new journey through a dangerous and isolated land, filled with quests, difficult choices, and people to meet along the way. I don't know much about the story yet, but the mix of exploration, role playing, and resource management sounds very promising. So let's begin. Blood carries the soul, blood is power. Everyone knows to stay away from the wilderness. Most people would never risk a lonely journey. Road wardens not only accept this struggle, they embrace it. They deliver messages, assist merchants, burn human corpses, and, if possible, get rid of the beasts and highwaymen. They live on the road, die young, or retire early. It's a dangerous job, but a respectable one, and it pays well. I leave the safety of the city walls. I still have my doubts. I leave the safety. I choose. Pick difficulty mode. The choice can't be altered later. One is casual, standard on restrictive. I think the standard would be okay. The wall is still standing. There are no wolves around, no stench of blood, good signs. This should be the place you are looking for. You were supposed to meet with a group of soldiers, but you hear no voices, no sounds of labor. The gate is ajar, but the camp isn't safe. It may keep away the goblins and pebblers, but not beast folks nor trolls, and the night is near. You palfrey breathes heavily. It had a long day. And we have four options. I could just look for another shelter. I need to look around cautiously. I dismount and sneak to the gate. Let's peek inside. I get off the horse and enter the camp briskly. I think I dismount and sneak. Your heavy boots hit the ground, and the pain of the long ride finally catches up with you. You stretch out, bringing your back and legs comfort. All you want now is a table, a decent chair, a nice mug of beer, and someone to, and a very warm bath. Of course, you forget about bath, a pleasure, warm water. With any luck, your axe won't be needed here. I approach the gate slowly. If it's a military camp, it doesn't look the part. Plenty of wasted space. The fire pit is cold. Two people are sitting at the table, tired and disheartened. They're looking in different directions, paying no attention to one another. One of them is holding a cup. After a moment, you notice the quiet humming. You recognize the melody of a light-hearted drinking song from the city harbor. I could just look for another shelter. Yeah, you probably can do that, and it's very reasonable. But we don't play this game to be reasonable. I need to look around cautiously. They don't look like much of a treat. I can enter. You can be surprised. So I choose this. The people inside the camp didn't even notice the clatter of hoofs. The short, dry grasses barely cover the arid soil of this valley, but you're maybe a minute away from the edge of the sparse woods, which gets denser as they climb up the hills. At best, this trail has a few more years before getting overgrown for good. Hard to believe it's the only road north. Uh, I could just look for another shelter. You mentioned this a lot of. It doesn't look like much of a treat I can enter. Hmm. I I don't want any option because I don't want to look for another shelter, and for me it look like suspicious. But I can enter. It takes them a few breaths to glance in your direction. The first person greets you with a wave of his hand. There are bags under his eye. His beard is messy. Despite his simple shoes, he's wearing durable, decent boots. A mace with a head covered in iron hangs at his side, but he doesn't reach for it. I take a look at the second saw. Just like you, she's wearing a gambeson, but hers is a bit loose, as if she took it off a corpse. Her head is shaven, and if she's protecting herself from flesh-eating bugs, her eyes are wary, yet kind. She smiles. It's a interesting compare or describe her look. Considering the squad was sent here half a year ago, these two surely look the part. Who they should be more of them, ain't you believe? I let them speak first. It's nice to see an unharmed traveler in this godforsaken shift hall makes me just a tiny bit hopeful. The bearded man's voice is strong yet timed. You'll be staying the night with us, I guess. We are soldiers, he and I, adds the armored woman. Her voice switched from half asleep to relaxed. We'll do our best to keep the camp safe, but if you were to take the first watch, it would be a huge help. Travelers ought to help each other, wouldn't you say? You think for a moment. To fully rest, you need a good sleep. I'm exhausted. The man looks away. If you say so, fool, better keep your axe nearby. The nights here can get spooky. I'd say sinister, the other soldiers snort. I ask them about their lieutenant. I was hoping to meet your lieutenant. I, I, I believe I pronounced this wrong. Could we talk for a bit? The woman lets out a loud sigh, dusts off her gambas and steps toward you. She pays little attention to the sword at her side. We most definitely can, you and I. If holding this rank is still somewhat new to me. Are you a messenger? Did you lose your mount? She observes you with curiosity, or are you looking for help? I'm your new Roadwarden. My horse is waiting outside. Really? The soldier in the shirt leans forward. That explains how you get here in one piece, all by yourself. Better bring your beast here at the lieutenant. We have no high, but I bet it dreams of dropping its saddle. A long pause. I'm Tulia, by the way. She reaches out her hand. I shake her hand. Nah, I don't want. It might be a trap, a gesture for her to stop pretending to be embarrassed. I should wash myself first, but you can call me Lito? Like Jared Lito? Maybe just something simple. You can call me Eric. The lieutenant stands with her hand out, but then raises her arms with an awkward smile. Of course. Just keep your horse away from the tents. She steps away. We don't need to smell its dank. We should also prepare for the night. The soldier in the shirt also rises to his feet, with no tent to spare. You will have to use a blanket or something. I should get used to sleep on the ground anyway, or that's fine. You walk through the gate, your mom looks around and snorts anxiously. Not many humans could ride a horse. It's not only taller than you, but also bulky, as heavy as it is strong. You can get in the saddle within a single breath, but most people wouldn't know where to ever begin. From every side is a wall of flesh. Horses were brought to the Dragonwoods from the conquest in the south. They can trot for a long time, but won't outrun some of the local monsters. Your palfrey needs you to survive, but without it, you too would be lost. It's my only companion here. I want it to feel at ease. Or I don't care how it feels, but I need it to be strong if I want to travel, and I can afford another one. Of course, I like animals, so I choose first. It takes a few steps toward you, scolding you with another snort. You scratch the bottom of its neck. with strength and confidence, just the way it likes it. Humans see useful animals and even pets as monsters in disguise. Getting emotionally attached to them is believed to lead humans to their doom. But you know that horses need companionship. I speak to it gently and lead it to the camp. You end up next the fire pit. Removing the saddle makes the horse snicker with relief. You take a couple of minutes to examine its back just in case. Well, the reading equipment is not that heavy for such a strong animal. With enough time, it starts to chafe. You wish it had something better to eat than this shabby grass. You should look for an inn. I need to unpack. You haven't proved that many things, and you lost one of the sacks while fleeing the Crimson Corpse Eaters. Worst of all, you have no rope left, but maybe the soldiers could share one. Shouldn't cost more than a dragon bone. Aside from the travel set, you own a few valuable possessions essential for your trade. Fighter Mage of Scholar. So now I think we can choose the classes. Fighter. I spent my savings on decent combat equipment. I have a fine gambeson and an axe made of steel and a reliable crossbow with quarrels. Mage. I have talisman that help me use my powers as well as an iron axe and a worn gambeson. So this is war mage, battle mage. Scholar. I carry writing instruments and alchemical ingredients, as well as an iron axe, a worn gamscon, and a small healing potion. I want to learn more about the three classes, so it's tutorial, of course. As a fighter, you will have an easier time in physical challenges, thanks to your superior equipment and hidden bonus during dice rolls. You'll be physically more capable than the other classes. That opens unique opportunities during some social interactions. In the best class for RPG beginners, the fighter's weakness is their reliance on physical strength. Your special abilities won't be available to you in if your vitality points drop to 0. The mage uses pneuma, a versatile but limited pool of energy, points that can be spent to cast a few humble spells. Magic won't protect you better than a sharp axe, but as a mage you will be able to heal faster while resting, detect magic in a mysterious area, distract a beast with a simple trick, and find a common tongue with other magic users. Using the mage's powers too freely will result in having no pneuma left when you need it the most. The scholar will know more about the world's mysteries than you, helping you take advantage of some unusual situation. Your character will impress the locals with its knowledge, and you will be able to read the sparse written clues without anyone's assistance. Scholars struggle with combat more than other classes, but with enough carefulness and exploration, you will gain access to alchemical mixtures that will help you escape from many dangerous situations. I pick the mage. You unpack and inspect your belongings. Your water skin isn't pierced. The spare clothes are still here, just in case you take what? A something at your wooden bowl and mug, you cap, thunderbox, bandages, food ration, knife, nothing special or too cumbersome. From time to time, your routine helps you avoid mistakes, but this doesn't make it any more exciting. Open your inventory. I return to the soldiers. They're at the table again, observing your beast and chatting between themselves. Your stomach growls at the sight of them eating out of wooden bowls. There is no meal for you, but you can sit down on a tree log. I don't want to eat with them. I sit down and ask Tulia what she can tell me about this area. I take some of my rations. I am very hungry, so I must take some of my ration. In the last inn, you got a smelling cloth of a dark bread decorated with sunflowers. It tasted great, even by itself. When on the road, most people have to think about themselves. Soldiers live with and for their companions, constantly on the move, from one part of the realm to another, making sacrifices to protect their group as they face dozens of hideous creatures. Their lives are filled with discipline, hardship, and camaraderie. Roadwardens, on the other hand, learn how to work by themselves. They seldom engage in open combat, patrolling the same roads for years. They help the settlement stay in touch, but also maintain commerce, settle down, forge friendships. When there are no laws to follow, they use their own judgment. Different responsibilities, different lifestyles. I eat slowly, enjoying myself. In the meantime, I speak with Tulia. So, and we have tips: keeping your stomach full. It's obvious. Starvation won't allow you to restore vitality while resting. You can find your supplies in the inventory. She's focused on chooses her words carefully. She looks away, and only when she gathers her thoughts. I can only say as much as I know, and that's not much. She nods toward the other soldier. As you can see, there's not a lot of us left. At the beginning of summer, there were 8 of us, including our previous lieutenant. 5 are dead. One ran away in tears. We are also strangers in this land, and adds her companion. Any piece of information may help me do my job. The man leans forward. His legs shake nervously. He sounds like a kid asking a bard to sing one more story, tell a joke, or do a magic trick. Whatever it takes to escape from boredom. His untrimmed beard hides a much younger face than you originally thought. What did the officials tell you? I expect not that much. No soul governs this land. I share what I consider to be relevant. You tell the soldiers how little guidance you received. Since this area is too far away from Hovlavan to keep it under control, you were warned that it's untamed and unknown. Who knows how many villages, bandits, or monsters may be found in these unmapped hills and forests. From time to time, new people come here to look for boundless opportunities. Most of them never return. Do they turn into walking corpses or find what they're looking for? No, no soul could tell me, so I was looking for your guidance. The lieutenant drinks from her cup and crosses her legs, ankled on knee. Seeing her chair makes you doubt she'll ever find a comfortable position. Where should we start? Maybe. What happened to your squad? What happened to your squad? What was your squad mission? The lieutenant looks into your eyes. You know the usual, making the road safe, keeping people alive. I explain that it may be important for me to know what they have tried to accomplish. I can't really tell you. You sense no hesitation. Do you have any other questions? What happened to your squad? The man shrugs. Bandits happened and monsters. A strong band fought. His companion chips in. When we got to the peninsula in spring, we saw some people living in this camp. The lieutenant decided to avoid it and look for an inn. We had to travel through the night for a bit. The bearded soldier scoffed and crossed his arms, but she carries on. If he had decided otherwise, we would all have died on that day. The innkeeper explained that the camp is a trap, that the armed ones pretend to be soldiers. Stay there at the night, lose everything you have. Sounds like slave hunters. Tulia cites, very much so. They killed some and took other away, who knows where. They were letting the northerners go, hoping to avoid the rat. It kind of worked, added the soldier. We asked them for help, but they refused. We had to clear the entire camp on our own, and that's why 3 of our people died. Don't exaggerate. It's not like the lieutenant didn't make a mistake. He wanted to get rid of them and take over their camp, but we didn't know our enemy well enough. We were outnumbered, and they had an ice mage among them. She looks at you. At least we cleared the road, saved lives. You mentioned monsters as well. Nothing that would surprise you. Those of us who survived the skirmish were young, too inexperienced to spend a summer in this place without a good leader, and they didn't trust me. One of them got caught by a trend. Another one ignored my orders to perform some sort of a ritual hunt, so a werebear tore her to pieces. The last one tried to act tough, didn't tell us that he had cut his hand while cleaning his canvas-gun. She let out a ghastly chuckle. We had to cut it off, and he was so ashamed that he decided to walk north. Find a new life, disappear, idiot. What a colorful journey. The man tries to drink from his mug, but it's empty. I stay silent. Tulia seems defeated. Okay, so now I see that before I continue my journey, I need to ask them about the peninsula, the Roadwarden, and the rope, and it's too much words. I feel like just reading you a book. I think I'm going to stop here for now. The story seems genuinely interesting, and I like the atmosphere and the way the world is being introduced. At the same time, this is a very text heavy game, and after around 20 minutes, I'm still only at the beginning. I'm not sure this is the best choice for a full series on the channel, especially since I'm already playing The Pale Beyond, which also involves a lot of reading, dialogue, and story. I don't really want to have several very similar series running at the same time. Roadwarden might be something I would like to continue playing on my own, at my own pace, without reading everything aloud. Still, I'm glad I tried it because the setting and the story have definitely caught my attention. So for now, I'm going to treat this as a first look rather than the beginning of a new series. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.